Hey everyone, it's Tammy. Have you ever sat down at your computer, fingers poised over the keyboard, only to be met by nothing? That frustrating blank page, the blinking cursor mocking your lack of inspiration? Yeah, we've all been there. It's called writer's block, and it can feel like the death of creativity. But don't despair. In this video, we're going to tackle writer's block head-on with 7 easy steps to get your creative juices flowing again. Let's do this! Sometimes, writer's block is just our brains telling us they're bored. It's a signal that our creativity needs a little nudge, a bit of excitement to get those ideas flowing again. When we sit in the same spot day after day, our minds can become stagnant, and our inspiration can dry up. They're tired of the same old routine, the same 4 walls. The monotony of our environment can stifle our creativity, making it hard to come up with fresh ideas or new perspectives. It's like trying to draw water from a well that's run dry. So let's shake things up. Changing your environment can be a powerful way to reignite your creative spark. It doesn't have to be a drastic change. Even small adjustments can make a big difference. Think about your writing space. Is it cluttered or organized? Sometimes simply tidying up your desk can clear your mind and help you focus better. Or maybe you need to add some personal touches, photos, plants, or artwork that inspire you. Is it always your desk? If you always write in the same spot, your brain might start associating that place with the struggle of writer's block. Breaking that association can be as simple as moving to a different location. Maybe it's time for a change of scenery. Step out of your usual environment and see how it affects your creativity. Sometimes a new setting can provide a fresh perspective and new ideas. Try heading to a local coffee shop. The aroma of coffee and the low hum of conversation can be surprisingly inspiring. The change in atmosphere can stimulate your senses and help you think differently. Or find a cozy corner in a park and let nature work its magic. The fresh air, the sound of birds, and the sight of greenery can be incredibly refreshing and can help clear your mind. Even just moving to a different room in your house can make a difference. Sometimes a new view or a different light can spark new ideas and help you see things from a different angle. A fresh perspective can do wonders for a stagnant imagination. So don't be afraid to experiment with your writing environment. You might be surprised at how much a little change can boost your creativity and productivity. One of the biggest hurdles to overcome with writer's block is feeling overwhelmed. It's a common experience for many writers, whether you're a seasoned author or just starting out. The pressure to produce something perfect can be paralyzing. Staring down an empty page with the expectation of writing a full chapter or an entire novel, that blank page can feel like it's mocking you, daring you to fill it with words. The sheer vastness of the task ahead can make it seem impossible to even begin. No wonder we freeze up. The fear of not being good enough or not meeting our own expectations can be crippling. It's easy to get caught up in a cycle of self-doubt and procrastination. So let's break it down. Instead of seeing the task as one massive, insurmountable mountain, think of it as a series of small, manageable hills. Each step you take brings you closer to your goal. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the task, set small, achievable goals. Break your writing project into bite-sized pieces. This way, each small victory builds your confidence and keeps you motivated. Tell yourself, I'm just going to write for 15 minutes. Set a timer and commit to those 15 minutes. You might be surprised at how much you can accomplish in such a short span of time. Or my goal is to write 200 words today, even if they're terrible. Remember, the first draft doesn't have to be perfect. It's more important to get your ideas down on paper. You can always revise and improve later. These smaller goals feel much less daunting, and often, once you start writing, you'll find yourself easily surpassing them. The act of writing itself can be incredibly freeing. Once you get into the flow, the words will come more easily, and you'll find that the initial resistance fades away. Celebrate your small victories. Each word, sentence, and paragraph you write is a step forward. Acknowledge your progress and give yourself credit for the effort you're putting in. Share your work with others. Sometimes, getting feedback from a trusted friend or writing group can provide new perspectives and encouragement. It can also help you see your work in a new light and motivate you to keep going. Remember, writing is a process. It's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to revise. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one small step at a time. By thinking small and setting achievable goals, you'll find that writing becomes less of a daunting task and more of an enjoyable journey. So, take a deep breath, start small, and write big. Your story is waiting to be told. Okay, this next tip might sound a little crazy, but trust me on this one. It's called free writing. Set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and just write. Whatever pops into your head, put it down on paper or on the screen. Don't worry about grammar, punctuation, or even making sense. The goal here isn't to produce a masterpiece. It's to simply get the words flowing. You might be surprised at what emerges from your subconscious when you give yourself permission to write without judgment. Chapter 4. Step 4. Refuel your creative tank. In the journey of creativity, there are moments when we feel drained, uninspired, and stuck. This is a natural part of the creative process, but it doesn't have to be a roadblock. Instead, it can be an opportunity to refuel and recharge. Sometimes the best way to overcome writer's block is to step away from your own writing and immerse yourself in the words of others. This might seem counterintuitive, but it works wonders. When you read, you are not just consuming content. You are engaging with the thoughts, emotions, and experiences of another person. This can be incredibly refreshing and can provide a new perspective on your own work. Pick up a book, delve into an interesting article, or lose yourself in a collection of poetry. Each of these activities can serve as a mini vacation for your mind, allowing you to step away from the pressures of your own creative project and return to it with fresh eyes. Whether it's fiction, nonfiction, or poetry, the key is to find something that captivates you and holds your interest. Reading exposes us to new ideas, different writing styles, and fresh perspectives. It's like opening a window to a world of endless possibilities. You might discover a new genre that excites you, a writing style that resonates with you, or an idea that sparks a new direction for your own work. The more you read, the more you expand your creative horizons. It's like giving our brains a much-needed creative recharge. Just as our bodies need rest and nourishment, our minds need stimulation and inspiration. Reading provides that in abundance. It can be a source of joy, a way to relax, and a means to reignite your passion for writing. You never know what phrase, what turn of phrase, what spark of brilliance might ignite your own imagination. Sometimes a single sentence can change the way you think about your entire project. It can provide the missing piece of the puzzle, the perfect metaphor, or the inspiration for a new character or plot twist. So the next time you find yourself staring at a blank page, remember that the solution might be just a book away. Take the time to refuel your creative tank, and you'll be amazed at the results. Chapter 5. Step 5. Map your way out of the woods. Feeling lost and directionless is a surefire way to invite writer's block into your life. If you're struggling to figure out where your story is going or how to organize your thoughts, try creating an outline. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a rough roadmap of the main points you want to hit. Having a structure in place can make the writing process feel less overwhelming and help you see the bigger picture. Chapter 6. Step 6. Jumpstart your imagination. Sometimes all we need is a little nudge in the right direction. That's where writing prompts come in handy. There are tons of resources online and in books filled with prompts designed to spark your creativity. Pick a prompt that intrigues you and start writing. You might find that the prompt leads you down unexpected paths and helps you generate ideas you never would have thought of otherwise. Chapter 7. Step 7. Give yourself a break. Seriously. We often put so much pressure on ourselves to perform, to create, to be constantly productive. But sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to step away from the keyboard and give yourself a break. Go for a walk, listen to music, spend time with loved ones, or simply do something you enjoy. When you return to your writing, you'll find that you're more relaxed, refreshed, and ready to tackle the page with renewed energy and focus. So there you have it, 7 easy steps to help you conquer writer's block and get back to doing what you love, writing. Remember, everyone experiences creative roadblocks from time to time. The important thing is to be patient with yourself, try different approaches, and never give up on your passion for writing. Now go forth and create something amazing. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more writing tips and inspiration. Until next time, happy writing! If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to get more informative writing content that will help you along your path to publication.